Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it out. Lowers those pads. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll run it from the gun.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Trying to pick it up on the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Then they strike first. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage to get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Wisconsin delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense was the story here. J.J. Watt may be the standard, but it looks like there's another stud edge rusher there in Madison. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Grabbed behind the line. It's Edelman.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Movement here from the tight end. On second down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out fast. Turns it on at midfield. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. On the move at the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The inside handoff. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And the Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He makes the connection. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll go right back to it.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The give to the back. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great seminal running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push.
And that pass picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example thereof.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On the option. Now the toss. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Makes a connection. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. He's got it on the right. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Noles will hustle to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Got his man! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Noles! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more.
Going downfield for the big play. Pulls it in inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Coming after it. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Noles will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He still did a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Handoff from the gun. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. They'll put the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
They get him down after he makes the catch. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Looking to go up top on first down. The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanky, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Offense in the hurry up. On second down, looking to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. And it's no good. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Off play action on 1st down. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the... on the great return to improve this field position.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Santiago. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The Seminoles will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Here looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. LSU quick to the line. Wide out in motion. Right back to the well. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Peters. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Second and goal coming up. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Edelman. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. At the 15, he's loose. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's going to pass on second down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Touch pass on the run. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Santiago. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They'll try to run for it. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got his man quickly. Makes a catch and knocked down. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. From the gun. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They move the tight end all over. They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. Snags it on the right. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, LSU!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 16 to Central Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking down the middle. It's caught. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
He'll just keep slinging it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got the quick pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Going up top on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Santiago.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They march 79 yards on the drive. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. LSU just trying to run out the final moments. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.